it's not normally me that does this, but I just had a brainwave the other night and I thought, no, maybe I should try doing this, and obviously the reasons why will become clear as I carry on talking. Basically, for 20 odd years I thought what I thought I had was IBS. Managed it, never had any problems, years and years in between bouts, mainly just spicy stuff kicked me off. I just avoided it, and then maybe, like I say, never really a problem. Then about 8 years ago, my dad, ulcerative colitis is in the family. I had a bout of IBS, and because of my parents, my father's history with it, I had a little bit of red blood in my stool, so I got sent for a short colonoscopy. That just revealed that I had a small hemorrhoid pile. That was where the blood was coming from, with constantly running the toilet on about. Thought not of it. For them 8 years, managed it, just plodded on. Every now and again a little bout here and there. Every now and again a little bit of red blood. Obviously when you run the toilet, nothing too major. Then in May, June, I had a bout. Now I never normally get any pain, anything with IBS, just the urge to go to the toilet. One Imodium normally settles the trips to the toilet down, settles it down, control what I eat. I always control what I eat. Never really seemed to be a problem. Then in August I had another bout. Now it's strange for me to get them that close together really. When I normally have a bout, I strip everything back, be careful what I eat properly, and manage it that way. It's never really been a problem. But then I had another bout in August. Imodium, a couple of Imodium sorted it out. Took a few days for it to settle. Then basically settled it down, more or less back to normal. Then end of August, early September, kicked off again, proper big time. Couldn't control it, struggling with it. Imodium, stripping back what I've eating basically, eating basic meals, and staying away from spicy stuff. The Imodium, I'm not a big pill taker, so basically I only take the Imodium when I need to take it, and one tablet normally just stops it. I normally try and control it with me eating habits first, controlling what I'm eating. Reached for the Imodium, stopped it, settled it down. But difference with this one is I started getting stomach pains, like a bellyache. Nothing drastic, nothing that would really keel you over. It was just a bellyache, like a little bellyache you're getting after eating, or before eating, or after the toilet or whatever. Still a little bit of red blood from time to time if it got out of control, but it went on for about 5 weeks. After that stage I decided I need to speak to my doctor. Then I discovered, about a week before I was going to see my doctor, I discovered Buscopan. Started taking Buscopan. Now that took the edge a bit off the pain. I'm not a big pill taker, as I've just said. So basically I wasn't taking the prescribed dose. I was taking, where it was saying 4 a day, I think it was saying, I was only taking 1 or 2 a day. Didn't really stop it. Took the edge off it, but didn't stop it. Spoke to my doctor on the phone. Obviously because of COVID and things like that, you got to speak to your doctor first before they'll see you. My doctor said I could take up to 8 a day, which I thought was mad. Like, so 2 at a time. So I started taking that very day. Took 2 in the morning after breakfast. Really started working more or less straight away. Then I took 2 late afternoon. Stomach pain was easing off, and then 2 in the evening. So I'd only took 6. Then the next day I only took 4. Stomach pain was virtually going. Then I was on 4 for a few days. Then obviously went to see my doctor. Then by the time I went to see my doctor, the stomach pain had basically gone. I think it had gone. Doctor examined me, explained it, obviously about a little bit of red blood and things like that. He said I mentioned about the pile and things like that. Previous visit with the hospital with the colonoscopy, and she said she wasn't worried. She examined me. Well, you know what? Anyone who goes to the doctor with IBS knows what the examination is. It's it can't be pleasant at times. But doctor examines me. She sent me to decided because of the blood, she was a bit worried about the blood, even though it was bright red. She was worried about the blood. She said just to get you checked. Went down, made an appointment for me to go and see me a doctor in the hospital. To be fair, within 2 weeks I was seen by the doctor in the hospital. Same scenario, goes to see him, explains family history, things like that, going through it all. Turns around and yet another examination. Believe me, I'm not a big fan of it, but it's got to be done. It's the feeling of being violated comes to mind. But you just get on with it. You just accept it. They've got to do it. You just get on with it. The doctor put me at ease. He said he was quite content that it could more or less just be the pile, but he wanted me to have a full colonoscopy to make sure. So obviously, within a week, gets a phone call to book me in for a colonoscopy. Bonfire night. Go for a colonoscopy on November the 5th. Goes in the waiting room. Obviously, the staff are fine. Staff are superb. They torture you and all that. Now, the last colonoscopy, the drinks are horrendous. When you have to have them drinks the day before, believe me, they're just horrendous. I don't even know if you can put anything with them. They'll make a meal at one stage. You have to drink you drink the night before to have a good clear out. They are got to be the most vilest things on the planet to drink, and it's you proper struggle to get them down. But like I say, there's a reason why you've got to do it. Got them done. Obviously went for the colonoscopy on November the 5th. Goes in the room. Obviously the staff are talking to you while the doctor does his business with the camera. Give me the difference from this colonoscopy to the last colonoscopy. You get gas in air or you get sedation, but because I went on my own because of COVID, I thought I had to go on my own. I was a bit disappointed because I would have took my wife with me otherwise, but they gave me gas in air because I was driving and I couldn't be sedated. The gas in air, obviously you're sucking on the tube and all that. I made more noises of Daffy Duck than I did about actually getting the gas in air. But to be fair, it didn't. There was no pain with the colonoscopy when they were doing it, and the cameras going in and all to have a good look around and all that. Now, unfortunately, there wasn't just a pile there. It turns out that I've got a growth in there. Is it a polyp? It's a very, 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 very big polyp. It's been there for a couple of years by the looks of things, by the sounds of things. It's been there a couple of years. I had to be referred then back to a specialist because obviously because it wasn't a small polyp that normally they can remove small polyps during a colonoscopy, I was told, but unfortunately because mine didn't fall into that category, they couldn't remove it. I've been referred to the specialist. I decided at that time I wasn't even going to tell my family. I asked the doctor at the time a few questions. I put him on a spot which was wrong. I should never have done that. I shouldn't have asked certain questions. Obviously the question I asked was, should I be worried? And he said no, because he didn't know what it was. And the other one was, is it curable? And then again he answered again, he didn't know what it was until, and then he explained that they'd taken a biopsy, sent the biopsy off. A specialist would be in touch with me and to take it from there, and to not think anything other than they don't know what it is until they've seen it. Then I knew I was going to go for a CAT scan then. So they made an appointment then for the following Tuesday to go and get a CAT scan. Now, on the Friday, lucky I told my wife. I had no intention of telling any of the family because I thought if I'm not going to give them anything to worry about until there's something to worry about. Until I know there's something to worry about, why give them something to worry about? Lucky enough, when my wife came in and she asked me how I got on, I think it's a bit unfair. I should at least tell her what I know, than not what I'm not worrying about. So I told her, and I'm glad I did, because when the hospital did finally ring me, I was on my car. It was in my car and it came on loudspeaker. And when he mentioned CAT scan, basically that would have let the cat out the bag anyway. So I'm glad I told her that. I wasn't going to tell anyone else, but we decided to tell my son because my wife works in the care industry. My son works in a hospital as well. He works in a hospital. I thought it was best to tell them, and obviously close members of the family, the son-in-law, and my daughter doesn't understand because she's special needs, so we kept it just between the four of us. And so I just woke up one night and I just thought, I've got a strong little family network. Obviously I've got a big, my wife's got a big family. Obviously like my own, and they're my own family basically, and it's a strong network. And I woke up the other night and I thought, well, what if there's someone out there who hasn't got that network that I've got? That, like, when I went for the colonoscopy on my own, it's pretty scary if you're on if you don't know. Like, lucky enough I've been there before. I'd only had the short one. I never had gas there before and all that. And I mean, you get told news like that and you're on your own and things like that. And what if you take that home and you got no one to say it to? And I thought, maybe I should do something what I'm doing now and explain how I'm feeling, what happens. So then, obviously at this present moment in time, I've had the CAT scan now. I went for the CAT scan. Now with the CAT scan, they put a dye in you that lights everything up, because they're looking for other things. They're looking to see whether the tumours, the growth is spread anywhere, if it is cancer, if it's spread, if it's where it is, what can they do, because they need a plan of action and all that. So I decided pretty quickly that I wasn't going to worry about things that I've got no control over. I've been pretty sane. You get a little bit emotional sometimes when the hardest part is telling your family. It's easier to talk to other people, like the doctors and nurses at the time, than it is to talk to your own family because of your connection you've got. But then I thought, if you're coming home and you're coming home to no one and you got no one to talk to, it can be pretty consuming. It can consume your thoughts, it can consume everything that you're thinking. And don't get me wrong, even though the brief I've been positive about it, thought okay, then it's there. There's nothing I can do about it. It's there. Thinking negative about it, it's still going to be there. I can't run away from it. I can't say no, I'm not going to do this now. So then I thought, okay, then maybe I'll try this. If you eventually see this, then I've decided that I'm going to go ahead with it and put it out there. That you do feel, at the moment I'm feeling pretty strong. I'm feeling I'm not thinking doom and gloom. I'm not thinking negative thoughts. I'm thinking about the positive side. Whatever I need to do, I'm going to do. Whatever needs to be done will get done. So after this, I've had the CAT scan. Obviously, when you're given the CAT scan, you get like the fluid that gives you a warm sensation around your body, and the groin, the kidneys, and parts of your body, because obviously it's lighting up areas that they need to see. Even afterwards in the evening, I had a James Bond night and I'm feeling little warm sensations around my body because I'm drinking loads of fluids to get rid of it, and little warm sensations here, there, and everywhere. And and that's what got me thinking. I thought, if you've got no one and you're on your own, you need someone to talk to, because at the end of the day, it's happening to you. Whether you've got a strong family or you've got no one, it's still happening to you. You're the one that's facing this, even though you've got people. If you haven't got people by it, or even when you've got people by it, it's still happening to you. So that's what I thought. I can talk to you or talk to someone and you can relate to what I'm saying, and you do get sometimes negative thought. That, like, it's the weekly wait from CAT scan. Now I go Tuesday to get my results. Now I don't know what my results are. I don't know what they're gonna say, but I'm going to go positive. Whatever needs to be done gets done. That's the mental attitude I'm going to look at it. If the results aren't favourable, it's going to be hard when you've got telling family that things aren't favourable. You're hoping, and with the weight you're thinking, you're hoping for as minimum damage as possible. You're hoping for as minimum disruption as possible. I know I'm going to have surgery. I know that's a fact. That can't stay there. It's got to come out anyway. Whether it's repair work after they've done it, or a bag or whatever, it doesn't matter. To me, it doesn't matter. That's got to be done. It's got to go out. I then it's little victories. We cross each bridge as it comes, and maybe I should just, like I say, I worry about things I've got, I can do, and I'm not going to worry about things that I've got no control of, because it doesn't change then. If I'm going to sit there worrying about something that I can't change, it's still there at the end of the worrying, no matter, and you're going to drive yourself loopy. So little victories at a time, little stages. So then we'll get our results Tuesday. I know I'm going in for surgery. I'll cross that bridge when it comes to what the results of the surgery is, what results and what medication is afterwards. And if I decide to put this further out there so people see it and you can relate to it, because this is mainly for the ones that I've got no one to talk to, I've got no one to listen to, don't know what to expect, the scary things. You're going to go and see a doctor, and if you're on your own and you don't know what they're going to say to you, and how do you cope with what they're going to say to you, how do you cope with what's going to go on. So hopefully my journey will help you on your journey, and we'll just see where it goes, because at the end of the day, it is what it is, and we're relying now. You don't want to feel vulnerable. You don't want to feel all this bravado. I'll face it. I am going to face this head on. Believe me, I'm going to face this head on. I'm going to take whatever they're from. But don't think for 1 minute that I'm not thinking of other things, and you're thinking, are you strong enough? No matter, I don't care who you are. I don't care how tough you think you are. There's going to be moments when it's going to hit you like a fucking steam train, and if it hits you like a steam train, then it's at least you're going to understand what's going on, because it's real. This has got it got real. Life got real, and then you're just going to take it from there and just take each little step if it comes. It's difficult to explain when it's happening to you. It's that how you're feeling at the time. My feelings are, because I've got a strong family, you're still trying to protect your family, you're still trying to protect people, but then how do you do that? How do you do that when things are happening to you as well? So it's, if you've got a strong family around you, all well and good. If you haven't got anyone, then talk and listen to people who, to be honest, I'd only say listen to people who have experience in what's happening, because everyone's got an opinion, but no one actually knows what it feels like to be in this position. So hopefully, if I decide to go ahead with this and I decide to talk to the world about it, then hopefully it helps someone. It just helps one person. If it helps one person deal with what they're dealing with, and the fear, if there's fear there, or the anxiety and the worrying about what's around the corner, well, if it helps you, then it's done its job, hasn't it? So hopefully I'll be back doing another one and letting you know what the next stage is, and to see where it takes us, where this is going to take us now. So I'll see where it takes me, and then obviously if it helps anyone with their fears, or with what to expect, or what, I'm not going to sugarcoat it. I'll just tell you what it is and what you can expect, and how to be positive, and hopefully I can be positive for myself and my family, and maybe my positivity, I'll help someone else, and we'll take it from there. We'll see you soon.